care to explain to me what's going on here? Did I catch you being unfaithful, or was that something completely unrelated? Here to make excuses, or what? You know, that look in your eyes, that slight defiance, reminds me of myself, and I don't mind that. I don't mind it a bit. In fact, I like that on you. That's what's attractive about you. One of the many reasons why you're mine. But that also includes, baby, that toxic side we have. I won't let you be with anyone else. I'll burn him like that. Okay, I'll admit it. Maybe I jumped to conclusions about that. Maybe I'm shoving my own insecurities onto you. And then are you gonna tell me why you haven't been near me lately? You've been avoiding me like the plague, like there's something wrong with me. Don't tell me you got a conscience now, that I'm too villainous for you, too far gone for you. Is that it? Or is it just something else? You're gonna tell me, or are you just gonna keep staring like that? Because if you keep staring like that, I might get impatient, and I might just do something. Wouldn't you like to know? Egging me on, not your best move in this situation, is it? But I don't blame you either. I mean, come on. After all this, after that tension, that love and that hate, that slam against the wall, smack across the face kind of energy that we have, the way that we're like animals. We love each other, but we hate each other in the most primal ways, huh? Is that why we're always pushing each other around? Why I'm always holding you so desperately, but sometimes you get away from me? Little mouse. You can get away, but this game of cat and mouse ain't over. And I'll tell you what, a cat that can use fire is a little stronger than a normal one, don't you think? I may be half burnt, but who gives a fuck? If that's how it is, that's just how it needs to be. Look at me. Don't you look away. I'm toxic for you, I get it. I'm completely deranged and completely unhinged. Definitely not afraid to burn someone alive, and yet here we are. You still look at me with those eyes that tell me you want me. Then why did you run away? Why'd I have to find you here? Huh? This place of all things. At first, I did jump to the conclusion, and I'll admit it's my bad. I thought maybe you had eyes for someone else. You were gonna leave me, so I was gonna give you, a little going away present. Maybe burn everything to the ground. Everything we ever stood for. I never said I was a good boyfriend. Never said I was a good person. I'm different this time. Different from how I used to be. You could say I went back to my roots and I got used to how I am. I got used to all that toxic behavior that I was taught. And maybe I got sick of it in the past. Maybe I just went unhinged because I thought I was gonna lose you. Wouldn't you like to know? If you want to know that, you're gonna have to, do the usual jumping through hoops for me. Come back with me, babe. Prove yourself. And I'll prove myself too. That I'm not all toxic. That for all the bad traits and things that you've forgiven about me, that I've been paying attention to all that. Now there's a lot of things that I still want to get better at, That I'm not just the villain, not some two-toned slob that only cares about hurting people or something stupid like that. Sure, I have some people I want to hurt still. Sure, I feel a lot different than I normally do, but what's wrong with that? Feel like my eyes are open, babe. And you? You opened them for me, even if it was clawing at my eyes. That didn't. No, I think you were clawing at my back, actually. What was it you were saying at that time? I wonder. Oh, right. Wasn't it crying out my name in the worst way possible? You were begging for me. You needed me, but you also hated me. And that's the beauty of what we got going on here, honey. We've got something good, and we can finally see it. That light at the end of the tunnel isn't the end, but that dimly burning cinders of all those people who get in our way. Yeah, maybe I'm part of the LOV or whatever. Don't really care about that right now. It's not what defines me, even if I have people I care about or a place that I want to protect. Oh, look at me. I'm basically hero material, babe. You know, I had to hesitate for a moment. Really look back. Not in the mirror, thank God, but I have a lot of things. Not gonna say sorry for it. Not a single one of the things do I feel like I need to. Oops, if they were weaker, then I stepped all over them. That's just how it is when you're in the slums with nothing left. You know that. I know that. We know that. Babe, you've been with me for a long time. We survived because of each other back then. Sure, there's that bird brain too. I'll give him credit. He helped a bit. Showed me that messed up place so I could get more messed up. And then when I was so messed up, I was strong enough to make a difference in things. But if you think I can just say goodbye at any point, you never knew me even once. Yeah, that's how it is, isn't it? That toxic back and forth. We never were meshing as couples do, no. It wouldn't be us, babe, if we weren't at each other's throats all the time, finding things to complain about, ripping into each other like we're fragile, but we're not, staring, yelling matches. Everything happens with us. We basically speedrun life. And I, for one, am kind of proud of it. Because think about it. If we didn't do that, would it really have mattered? Would it have really been worth it in the end? To end up here, still at each other's throats, still alive. After everything, I think I've come to appreciate it. That toxic side to you. The toxic side I struggle with, and the things we've done that we can't take back. Those scars on our heart just look as badass as the scars on our skin. And baby, you're so good at this. Making new scars, watching them heal up. The madness of biting into someone's shoulder and you rip off a piece of skin. That's something I've only ever had with you. I know it's the only thing you could ever get from me. Face it, you and I are made for each other, and a moment away feels like an eternity, and you knew that. You knew that, so you held it against me, hiding away, thinking I'd go insane, finally snap like a fucking twig, huh? I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. Instead, I think I'll just snap on you instead. You know, we're not just toxic traits either. I do love you, as much as I understand love anyways. It's a nuanced word that's twisted in a million different ways and weaponized by God knows how many people. And I feel it. It's terrible. It's a shitty word. But why? What makes it like that, do you think? What makes it the worst word and the best word for us? Isn't it obvious? Because you hate it. You hate that word, don't you? All the times people used it against you, too. You know how many times someone said they loved me, only to watch me burn? Just one, but who's counting? Now, babe, we could do this a million different ways, and you can keep on running, avoiding me, but we both know how this ends. We either go up in flames and watch our cinders rise to the heavens, or keep on burning in hell. It's romantic, ain't it? The way that we just keep going. The way that we never stop burning. That passion that just keeps on going on. I know you can see it. And that's the best part. I've got you pinned. And I figured it out. I figured you out. You can say that. But do you really mean those words? When you say we're through, can you really take it? Kidding. I just am too weak at the end of the day to ever accept that we could be through. And you didn't turn away from me yet, right? Come on, babe. Let's go home. Don't give me that. I mean what I said, you know. I'm not just for show, and you know that. So don't make me have to... Don't you dare make me cry. You know what that does to me? Don't do it. Come on, just come with me already. Is it that hard to understand? I'm desperate for you, please. Please, baby. I can't live without you. You know, the pain just keeps getting worse, but you help me feel like I'm not alone in that mess of a world that... Guess I really got soft after all this, didn't I? I promised I never would, but you've got a point there. I did get soft. Somewhere in this mess, I realized it, but I didn't want to admit it. I just kept on looking at it in disbelief. But I'm not that weak either. This isn't over. Babe. Babe, don't you look away. I mean it. I want to soak in as much of that gorgeous face as I can. I love you. More than I've ever loved anything. More than I knew that word could mean to me. And I hate that word. So you should take that as a good sign. With the prospects of the only person I could ever see getting out of this hellhole with is you. Anyone else is just an extra. Someone like firewood to burn to keep warm. Whereas you're more like the winter. You're the cold, unforgiving ice that freezes my burning heart. And it's that contrast, that messed up, toxic to each other relationship that makes me come down to earth. And that's kind of where I want to be. Kind of where I love to be, kind of where I hate to be. I can't pick it out. What about you? What am I to you? Am I just some hot stuff to enjoy now, toss away tomorrow? Who knows how long it is? How long we've got, the fuse is always burning, you know. That's why, for the time I'm here, I've decided you're mine. Now take bags. Don't look at me like that. You know it was gonna be this way, right? That's who you got involved with. That's the villain that was always looking back at you. Labels are stupid, aren't they? What makes me a villain and almighty good guy when we both have our faults? So what if All Might wouldn't burn someone who gets on his nerve? That's only 'cause he couldn't. Guarantee if that piece of work had a fire quirk, he wouldn't be so gentle with it. He couldn't be. That's not how it works. You're one to talk. Or was that crime in the news not you? Dying of frostbite? Sounds like something along the lines of you. Unless you're saying you've got a different quirk now. I'll trust you. But let's not keep secrets. And besides, if it was you, he definitely deserved it. Why, can't believe that I'd support you in that. You know by now, babe. It doesn't matter what kind of messed up things you're involved in. That's just part of the bill. Don't you get it? We all got a few screws loose here. But you and I, we help each other to keep in one piece. Lost screws don't always mean that it's over. They mean it's a new beginning. And then some. See, you're, to me, that fire extinguisher in my heart. You keep me from losing that last shred of sanity. And that's why I love you, but that's why I hate you. Because part of me wants to lose it. And cook some bastards the way they deserve to be. Grilled a little too charred. Even then, if I went that far, would there be anything left of me? That's always been your concern. Not for the people I would harm in the mess, but because you were always thinking of me. And that feels good. To have someone who genuinely cares about a crazy like me. That's why I try and spoil you. Give you the absolute best this toxic excuse for a boyfriend can do. And shh, not that. That's not what I want you to say. Say thank you. And I'll thank you too. Endlessly, but there's a better way. Without any words, right? Better way to say all this. A better way to taste your lips and feel that sincerity dancing on your tongue. You know, it's crazy. Never thought I'd hold someone the way I hold you. Never thought I'd even want to. But life is crazy that way, ain't it? It grabs you by the neck and wrings you until you can barely see straight. And then when it's done with you, you're standing there, holding someone else's neck, lovingly as death itself. And that's the perfect way to describe us, ain't it? You complete me in a way I could only ever fail with you, so don't ever leave me. Or I might go off several deep ends. Shh, not like that. That's not how you say it. It's 2 words, baby. I know you can say it. Come on, come on. That's it. That's what I was looking to hear. I know you wouldn't cheat on me. I knew from the start. I just wanted to get under your skin. For you playing cat and mouse all the time, avoiding me like the plague. That pissed me off a little. So you'll forgive me if I'm a little rough on you today, won't you?